welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another milk run. I have not been out in this car for absolutely ages where I've just been out for a milk run. Everything is a bit bonkers. I've not been recording, editing, uploading any videos at all. I've just not had the capacity to do it. All of my viewership and my subscribers have just completely tailed off. And just when I was thinking I'm going to make a go of it, I've left my job. It's just so much other stuff's going on that I've not been able to just devote any time to it at all, and stuff in and around that I thought I'd get done by now hasn't been done. So what I'm going to do is just get back to basics right now, and we're going to do a quick update of where I am with my crusty, cheapest in the UK 996. Now, firstly, where are we? It's a 1998 C2 coupe manual 911, so 996. It's now got 152, approaching 153,000 miles. It's bumpy, rattly. Some of the rattling is coming from the back of the rearview mirror, which I just haven't got around to fixing. But otherwise, it kind of works as it should, apart from this window is really slow. So when it goes halfway up, it comes back down, and then I have to hit up again. The air conditioning is a bit noisy, but it does work, because on a day like today, it's really hot. So I suspect the dryer needs changing, or it just needs a top up. But it works. But if I turn it off, it does make a difference to the sound of the car, and I prefer it like that. So I have got a canister of the gas at home somewhere, so I should just top it up myself, but I don't know where it is, because again, I've moved house, so I have no idea where anything is. Also, the screen is covered in tree sap because it now has a new parking spot, still no garage, under more trees, and I've done the wipers, I've done everything. It just needs to be properly cleaned. There's still that rust bubble going on outside, but that's not got any worse. Obviously we're in the summer, so I guess it isn't. The tyre pressures are a bit better because I did them last week. But I mean, there's a lot of talk online about 996s, and I just saw a couple of videos earlier today. I don't get a chance to watch anything on YouTube, but today I had a minute and I looked at a couple of things. And there's people talking about them. You know, there's still that thing about, oh well, you know, it's the headlights, it's water coolant cooled or whatever it is, and you can't make that argument, because how can subsequent ones be great when they are also water cooled? This was the first water cooled one, and guess what? I'll say it again. It was better than the 993 in every single way. That's what every journalist who reviewed it said at the time, apart from they said it's a bit quiet. I don't think it's quiet. I like it. And the fact that it's so many of them were made, so many of them were sold, so many of them are still around with a high mileage. But what's happened is, it's just like everything. Someone then decides, actually the 996 is cool. So when I bought it, I remember, I'm not a Porsche guy. I'm still not. I might have two, but I'm not a Porsche guy. And what happened was, I started to think about, on a Saturday evening, I'm going to buy a Porsche 911, and I bought it the next day. So from that point of view, I didn't do massive research or anything like that. But when I saw the prices, I thought, it's a Porsche 911. You know, when you just think about a car and you think it's just out of reach, I'm never going to be able to afford one. But then you look at it and you go, oh my god, they cannot get any cheaper than they are right now. And so I went and bought one. £6,550. Pretty much sight unseen. So, and that was almost 2.5 years ago. And someone's about to drive into me. Yeah, so 2.5 years ago, and guess what? It's still going strong. Still love driving it. Everything still works as it should. In fact, more things work as they should because I've got them fixed. But the problem is, You cannot get one anywhere near that now. Broken ones are selling for £8,000. Mine is crusty, I'll give you that, but it's got an MOT, it drives, and everything works. So when you get a broken one that's got high mileage like mine, you've got no idea what works, what doesn't, because the engine doesn't work. And yet they're selling for £8,000. Everyone's going on about IMS. I think on this one it was changed probably 25,000 miles ago when it had a new clutch from Porsche in Cardiff, I think it was. But it doesn't get enough use. The car does not get enough use. I drive it about once or twice a week. Now recently, family and friends have been over and stayed over, so we've needed to use more cars, and I've driven it more. But on a normal week, it probably does get driven once a week, if that. But the sun is out. It's perfect weather for being out, driving around the country lanes. So I am going to drive it more, but I've just got to get over this, getting organised in the new house, getting some decorating done. I've got a deadline of getting some carpets fitted next week. But it's still a great car. It's the longer I have it, the bigger a bargain it becomes, which is weird. Now, again, I've said mine's crusty. It's disgusting. I don't clean it, but I look after it mechanically. So it might be things like, you know, this rattle behind the rearview mirror I haven't fixed. The suspension's a bit creaky sometimes when it gets hot. I haven't fixed that. It could probably do with a suspension refresh. I think it needs front discs, in which case you'd probably get discs and pads all round. So those are the kind of things, but does it affect the day-to-day driving of it? No, it doesn't. So I'm really happy that it does all of those things, and it's still an absolute joy to drive, and I'm still able to take it anywhere, leave it anywhere. I don't have that anxiety, and if it did just absolutely grenade itself, then I would just put it on eBay, broken car for sale, must collect within 48 hours, and I'd get the money I paid for it. In fact, I'd probably get most of the money I've paid on maintenance for it as well, because there's so many people out there looking for them now, and that's driving the price up. I don't know if it's going to stay that way. Obviously, low mileage ones are, you know, into 997 money, but mine's high mileage, mine's crusty. Got nothing else going for it apart from the fact that it's a 911 and it drives great. But there's so many people still talking about it, and it's so many videos. So, you know, I was watching a video today where the guy was looking at on YouTube how many people are making videos about 996s. There's so many of them, and for someone like me, you know, who would like to get his viewership up, and I own the cheapest 911 in the UK, manual one, and I'm not making those videos. In fact, I'm not making any videos at all. So that's what I need to do. That is a Volvo driver who's just gone off at tremendous speed, and I don't want to do that because there's turnings, there's a pub, there's a turning coming on, and I feel like that's probably not the right time to do it. But after these two junctions, maybe, but then I'm going too fast. So if you put your foot down, you're doing 100 miles an hour. Although Honda CR-V is closing in on me. Right, I'm doing 50 miles an hour. It's a 70 limit. Let's get around this bend and give it some beans. Oil pressure is good, temperature is good. Oh, and it's sweeping roads. But someone in a Honda Jazz has pulled out. Also, because the discs, when you put your foot on the brake, it wants to zigzag. When you put your foot on the brake hard, that is. So I'm still loving it. I will get it cleaned, but I've got so much stuff going on. I need to build a garage. I have no garage. So today would be a great day to be driving my 912 around the country lanes. It would be a great day to be driving my 1968 MGB Roadster, chrome bumper, wire wheels with the top down. But again, both of those are in storage. This is a great sweeping road down here, but the Honda Jazz is holding me up and all the cars behind. So I would be driving those, which would be amazing. But this year I think it's a bit of a write-off when it comes to that. Although I am going to the Fried Eggs event on the 1st of August in Cannock. I've got myself a ticket, I'm going. So that'll be good. To meet other 996 owners. I might have to wash it before then, so that's like 2.5 weeks away. But that's what I want to do. Oh, another update. This should be in the title. Is I've got some merch. So I got a couple of t-shirts, a couple of long sleeve tops. Got some embroidered badges that you can iron on that my sister made for me. I've got one flat cap with a kind of off-center logo embroidered on. Now there's a problem, because due to a miscommunication with the people printing the t-shirts, I said, so they did me a t-shirt with the logo there and the milk run written on the back, and I sent them a file that I wanted, the font that I wanted the milk run to say. And then I said, oh, can I have another? So that was one long sleeve top, one short sleeve top. So then I sent them another message saying, actually on one of them, can it be big and in the center, the logo? And yeah, do two of them, long sleeve and short sleeve. But in a miscommunication, what happened was they used a different font. They just used a font on the back for the milk run. And instead of doing a big one in the center, they just did a bigger logo just there. So I'll post some photos in here, which is really annoying. And so, yeah, I don't know what to do with those. I should start wearing them, but then I'd have to tell people that I've got a YouTube channel. Again, I'm not telling anyone, I'm not telling my friends that I have a YouTube channel until I hit 1,000 subscribers. So I'm at something like 500 and something, 510, 515. So I need to do that. Honda Jazz person will not get out of the way. I might as well just pull over. It's prolific around here. There's so many of them. Honda Jazz drivers, and they all drive at the same speed, even the ones that have the factory body kit. Anyway, I'm in real danger of just going off on a rant now, but it's only a couple of days since the Euros 2020 and 2021 final. And I'm an England supporter, incredibly proud of the team. Someone said to me before the tournament, you'll get to the final and lose. I'll probably take that. And also the negativity. Gareth Southgate's got such negativity that I've heard about, even from people who I know, my friends, who've said, oh, he plays too negatively, he does this, he does that, blah, blah, blah. He's made the wrong choice. And you just think, we've gone from 2016 going out against Iceland, was it? In the group stages. I don't even think we won a game or scored a goal, I can't remember. Because I blanked it from my mind. To going to the World Cup semi-final, and people say, oh, but we didn't beat anybody. You beat who's in front of you. And just conceding 2 goals throughout the entire tournament, or 3 goals throughout the entire, not 2, throughout the entire tournament, and losing on penalties. And I'd go, do you know what, I'll take that. Hang on. The game ended, I was devastated. I thought, oh my god, we came so close. And you know, there's ifs, if what, if, but, change this, play a different player, play a different formation, whatever. But you know, what's done is done. I woke up 2 days later, not the next day, and I thought about it at breakfast, and I thought, you know what, I'm still incredibly proud. What a ride. And then I hear about players being, the 3 players in missed: Rashford, Saka, Sancho. being racially abused. And you think, is that how shits we've become? I think you think about things like, only recently, you know, black players were getting bananas thrown at them. And I remember saying to one of my friends, it would be a funny sketch if it wasn't so horrific and despicable and unforgivable. And it would be a funny sketch because someone's going, I'm going to the football, I'm going to watch an England game. And I'm get up, get dressed, have a shower, I'm about to leave the house, and I'm halfway out the door and I go, silly me, forgot to grab my banana that I'm going to throw at black players. That is the thought process. That's how premeditated it has to be. It's not one of those, oh, it's something I blurted out and it was like, got Tourette's or something. No. And it's just got to the stage where it's depressing. I felt heartbroken. And then, you know, the Rashford mural's been defaced. And I mean, since then there's been massive shows of solidarity, but I know it's like few people. It's a minority of people, but for us to just, for those people to just have that as a reflex action, it's really depressing, and it really went through my mind quite a lot that my children are going to grow up in this world, in this country, in the way that we live. But I guess we've evolved, and we're evolving more and more. Social media is still relatively new, and there's gotta be ways that you can just go, do you know what, you're banned from watching England matches. Those same people would have idolized those players if they scored those penalties. And it just, anyway, that's my rant. It depressed me, and I felt for those guys. I know they're millionaire footballers, but they're people. Marcus Rashford, why would you, the guy's an inspiration. You know, I grew up in a poor working class family, and why would you then abuse that guy? I don't know. It drives me mad if I thought about it anymore. But anyway, forget that. But so what I'm going to do anyway, I'm that rant, put that aside. Sorry, that was just, it just popped into my head. Anyway, we're going to win the World Cup next year, and I don't care if we don't, just as long as it's an exciting ride along the way and we gave it everything, that'll be fine. Because when the World Cup came along, I'm just carrying on my rant now, but when the World Cup came along in 2018, and we played the first game, and it was 15 minutes in, I remember sitting back going, I'm happy, because if we go out in the group stages, I didn't care, because we were playing with confidence and bravery, and it was assertive, and it was just stuff that I hadn't felt about an England performance in ages, where I'd just fall asleep during the match and turn it off, and I just felt like it got me excited in the first 15 minutes. Just carry on playing like that, I don't care about the results, because it made me feel good. That's from a purely selfish point of view, I guess. But that's me that's how I support England. I don't know. I can get angry, I can get frustrated, but do you know what? There's a line that you just don't cross. Anyway, that aside, the thing that I wanted to do now is I wanted to do regular content on YouTube. I want to do 2 videos a week, and I need to come up with a schedule where I'm going to upload them same time, same day, every week. So I need to start doing that, but to do that I need the content now. Unfortunately, I don't have access to my 2 cars to drive, but there's stuff that I'm doing, there's stuff that's happening that I can do that about. I might do a video about me mowing the lawn. I've just bought a battery-powered lawnmower and a strimmer. I've just been to return the strimmer on my way for the milk run because it had bits missing, and I bought it from the local shop. It wasn't like a local shop, it was a Wickes. But unfortunately, when I went to open it and put it together, it had crucial bits missing, so I had to take it back. So it's going to have to be an Amazon job, which is unfortunate, because I would like to have gotten it from somewhere local. But anyway, so I want to do regular content, but yeah, it's really difficult. So I'm going to start going to shows and events and try and collaborate with people. I know I've always said that, but I met some really good people at Classics at the Clubhouse event. Simon Jessup, he's got some great ideas about doing sort of drone type opening credits video and closing credits of one of my cars in the country. I'd like that, so I might consider doing that. The problem is I haven't got a job and I haven't got any money, so I need to generate viewership and subscribers just through activity and working the algorithm and doing content that people want to hear and see. I think the 996 stuff, I need to do more of that, because it's quite compelling. There's so many of them, they're so common, why would anybody want one? They're ugly, it's water cooled. All of those things are now kind of playing into people wanting them more. So I'm 100 jazz is turned off, yes. So I want to do more. That's what I want to do. I want to do more content, better content. And I spoke to somebody at the Porsche UK headquarters, and I said, can I come and test drive something interesting? And the response I got was, you're going to buy it. And from my point of view, no, I've not jumped in anything that says to me I'm going to enjoy driving that every day more than I enjoy driving this. So it has to be something really compelling, not just the desire to have something newer, bigger, whatever it might be. I like the narrow bodiness of this car, although I really did enjoy driving that VW Polo Mark 1 bread van with the Polo GTI engine in it. Now I'm behind a van going really slowly. So there's lots of things that I want to, can, will do, and I need to get back on it with the merch thing. So once I've got that, I think I just need to get the text on the back sorted and a t-shirt with the logo in the middle, and I might just do those, just the two variations of it, or three: long sleeved, small logo, Milk Run on the back; short sleeved, Milk Run logo, Milk Run on the back; and short long sleeved with a big logo on the front. That's it. And hopefully people will want to buy them. There's some I still need to send out because I've not been able to find anything because we moved house. But also it's going to be a bit more regular, and it might just be turn into a video blog with times where I'm talking to somebody else, or it'll be, I might do some live stuff on Instagram. But I still love the fact that people are still reaching out. I'm still talking to people. It's just I'm not doing on it. I've not been doing anything on Instagram. I've not been doing anything on YouTube. So that needs to change. So that's going to be happening, and you'll be getting more content very regularly. And right now, this video is going to come up. I'm going to find time to edit it. I've got to take some photos of my merch, edit that in, which you should have seen by now. And then oh, and also I just recently bought, so I was looking for, so I've got the emblem missing on my 912, the 912 emblem off the dash on my and you could get them from America on crusty old dash lids for hundreds of pounds. And then suddenly someone was saying, I think it was Canford Classics, I don't know, I think it was Boxwagon, the username, on eBay. And I bought for £40. I bought the logo that goes on the back, which I've actually got a brand new one already, and the one that goes on the dash for £40. So I've got that. I've got my eye on some wheels, but they're so expensive. You know, like £700 for used wheels. That's, you know, what's that? Like £175 each. When for 224 you you get a brand new one that's slightly wider. So I don't know what the answer is, but I really want to do something because it's the tires, it's the width, it's the offset, it's all of those things is wrong on the ones that I've got. Although they're original, early, not from that car, but they're early Fuchs wheels. So I could get a lot of money if I sold those, but I don't know if I should. So I need to think about what comes next. So anyway, I'm off to get some milk. There's gonna be more milk runs, and stay tuned, hit like, hit subscribe, help me get to 1,000, and when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I think I should do something. I don't know what that is. But also, fried eggs, 1st of August in Cannock, just north of Birmingham. I'm going to that with my 996. I'm hoping I'll have cleaned it by then, but please don't hate me if I haven't. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching till the end, and thank you for your ongoing support. And when I say ongoing support, obviously not like Hoovies or Tavares or someone like that who makes tons of money from this kind of stuff, because I don't. But I would like to do something where I can earn an income, but I'm nowhere near that. So everything I've read and seen says that it takes a long time to get to 1,000 subscribers, and once you get there and you're doing the regular content, it will the rate of growth will become steeper. So I'm hoping that's going to happen before I have to get into the world of because I just want to make enough money to feed the things that I want to do with the channel. I'll still need a job to pay bills and stuff, because I don't have the viewership base, like a TG, or because I don't have tons of fancy watches. I have one watch. I don't have tons of exotic cars, and I don't do let's tear down an engine and rebuild it, or let's fix something, which I could. I'll have to build a garage first. I might have to do a series of videos of building my garage as well, if I ever get to that stage. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, staying tuned, supporting, and I'll catch up with you soon. Thank you. Right, we're going to give it some beans up this hill. Ready? It's uphill. Let's go.